Nintendo main update. We are talking about our impressions on the Nintendo Direct.
There were lots of new games, like in familiar IPs, announced.
Yeah, okay. All right, welcome to Nintendo Main. This is episode 38. We are your hosts, Trey Johnson.
And Jeremy Mikowski.
And there was a Nintendo Direct a couple days ago. We're just coming here to give you our thoughts on it and just kind of go over it in case you didn't see it for some reason. I don't know why you wouldn't have seen it, but for some reason you missed it. We're here to cover it for you. What did you think about the Direct?
These Directs are few and far between anymore. They're an event that you gotta watch. I thought it was great. I thought it was a great Direct.
When was the last Direct? March? Wasn't it March? And all they did was talk about, well, they revealed the Star Fox Guard, I think, right?
Yeah.
And showed some Star Fox stuff. I don't remember what else.
Yeah, it was a Star Fox.
But this one was all 3DS stuff. Well, mostly. There was a couple Wii U stuff thrown in there. But do you just want to go through things as it went?
Yeah, if you got a list, I think that would be a really good way to do this.
Yeah, I just took notes as I went. So the first thing was Pokemon Sun and Moon, talking about they talked about. My notes are pretty ridiculous. It says Pokemon Sun and Moon Pulverizing Pancake.
Yeah, Pulverizing Pancake.
Yeah, Pulverizing Pancake was Snorlax's new move for that. And they talked about the Rattatas and like why they're different in this game, like they've evolved.
Yeah, how like these other Pokemon were introduced to like deal with the Rattata, like overpopulation, and then they adapted to be nocturnal.
Yeah, which is pretty cool. So yeah, they're saying that I guess like most of the original 150 are going to be different in the Alola region.
Because they're going to be either nocturnal or diurnal. I don't know if they ever used the word diurnal.
Yeah, so that was, that's all I really wrote down for that. I felt like they went through stuff like really quick in this. It's like blah, 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 blah. And I don't remember when exactly it happened, but Bill Trinan ended up in Easter Island for eating all those donuts and stealing.
Yeah, he ate even more donuts. This time he didn't have like yokai to blame.
Yeah, at the beginning, Reggie's looking for him. And he says, was I correct in thinking he said like something about like 2017 news, but they don't get to that because Bill disappears? Wasn't that part of the joke? Did you hear that? Because he said 3DS news, and they're like, "Oh, we can't get to the 2017 stuff because Bill was gone." I didn't even notice that. I thought I'd heard something that they had done a little bit of a joke in there about like their other 2017 news. Unless I heard that wrong, I don't know. I only watched it once, but I thought that he said something like that. There
was quite a few things that they mentioned that were 2017.
Yeah. Well, he said 3DS, but he said 2017 news also, which maybe that was later. I don't know.
Maybe that was a little jab at all the people demanding an Xbox.
Yeah, I was hoping that it was just a little joke about that. But yeah, there was a ton of 3DS stuff. And like we said in our previous episode, there was a lot of stuff that ended up being available during that. They're like, oh yeah, this and this and this. Yeah. I didn't keep track, but I think there was at least like 5 or 6 different things that was available. Like on the day. I mean, there's the Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword just kind of came out of nowhere, Virtual Console.
Yeah, and they really kind of just threw that, like, it was part of all the other Zelda. It was like, and to celebrate Zelda, Skyward will be. Yeah. Like, it was just kind of thrown in there, which was sort of like, to me, kind of felt like a little bit of a punch to the gut, because it's like, oh yeah, here's a little bit of Wii U news, like, this is all we really have, so we're just going to throw it in here nonchalantly.
Well, there was the indies, that there's going to be a new indie every week for September. That's September's indie month. So they did that too. And they mentioned that Axiom Verge came out, and Severed's coming out next week, I think, and then there's a couple others that are coming out after that. So it was like that one month where they were like hardcore month, and it came, and like, what was it, Sin and Punishment 2 came out, and like Pandora's Tower, and like some other thing, and they were like released every week.
They didn't mention Kerbal Space Program, did they?
No, not that I know. I didn't see it in there.
People want that game. I'm one of those people that wants that game just because I've heard so much good stuff about it, and I've been holding out to play it on.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I heard good stuff too. I bought Axiom Verge. I just haven't had time to play it yet.
Oh yeah, I want to play that too. I've watched videos of it. It looks fantastic.
Yeah, I bought it the other day, but I was too busy editing this show, so I didn't get to play it yet. Anyway, after
they're offering to add an introductory price, so you save a few bucks. Like I think it's
I think I got it for $18. It's like $18 about. I didn't see that goes.
I would imagine.
Yeah, I didn't feel like I was saving that much, and it didn't say sale or anything on it, but whatever. So after the Pokemon, they got into Super Mario Maker on 3DS. That was kind of unexpected.
It was,
came out of nowhere.
It goes all the way back to when it was first announced. And people are saying, "Why isn't this a 3DS game?" It just seems like it would be so perfect for the 3DS.
Well, it is now, but it's with some limitations.
Yeah.
Like no uploading, which
was like, man, something that made that game so magical for me was the fact you could like switch between like building something and uploading it, and then going back to like, I'm kind of frustrated with my level design. I'm going to play some other levels,
and you can just
clear my head.
Yeah,
maybe get some new ideas.
Oh, sure, yeah, it was good that you could do both. It's weird that you can't upload anything, but there is you can street pass your levels, which seems like more of a Japanese thing than here. I mean, you're not gonna pass as many people with 3DSs in the West than you would in Japan.
I'll tell you what, I'm gonna try.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like, and there's the idea of like co-op making. I thought that was kind of cool, like co-op level making.
That you could send unfinished levels to your friends and stuff.
Well, it's some sort of thing where you connect two 3DSs and you kind of both build a level together. I remember them talking about that, so that's interesting. I don't know. I saw somebody writing a thing about it, saying that it might stand the test of time because the internet's not involved with it as much. So maybe if the internet dies out for Super Mario Maker, you can still be making levels and exchanging them with people until the end of time or until all the 3DSs turn to dust.
That's a good point.
So I guess there's an idea there, and it comes out
because
December 2nd.
Still is like it still feels like Nintendo's giving us like a little bit of glimpse to the back, behind the scenes.
Yeah, I felt like they were kind of given like maybe they thought that it didn't sell as well on Wii U, so they're just like pushing it over to 3DS. It's like we got more people who bought those, so try it on this side. I guess I kind of felt like I don't know. But, I mean, people who don't have Wii U's get to play it. I mean, it's an incredible game, There's like 100 levels that they said were going to be included on it, designed by Nintendo. Right? Yeah, new levels designed by Nintendo that will be on there. And I think
we'll see a lot less of the autoplay levels, because those probably are very resourced.
Yeah, that'd be fine. I had my share of those auto levels.
And all the like machines people built and stuff. Like maybe there'll be more limitations, but once again, it's kind of cool to think of how people are going to break those limitations. So are there?
Oh yeah, sure.
So the 100 Mario challenge, are you still like? How is that going to work? Like, are you still going to get user created levels within the 100 Mario challenge?
No, they said that it's still on there. I think you can still connect to the internet. You just can't upload your levels that you've made to the internet. But you can still do the where you play once online. You can still do that, but you can't upload them. I think it's the big difference.
Okay.
Because they'd be taking a lot away from the game if you can't do the online play. Because that's why I keep coming back to Super Mario Maker. Is I can just turn it on and play a bunch of levels that I've never played before, because it has millions and millions of levels, and it's also out pretty much like a game that never ends, Yeah. And I like it for that. Where it's like, I'll just sit down and play Super Mario Maker for a little bit, and I'll just do the 100 Mario challenge, or I'll look at the event ones that seem to pop up at least once a week or a couple a week or whatever. Play through those, get the skins. Oh, and they said that you can't use the skins either on this one.
Yep. No mystery mushrooms.
Yeah, so right. No costumes. That's kind of a shame, but I guess they gotta take some things away.
So they definitely, maybe I'm tell me if I'm wrong here, but do you think maybe they missed an opportunity to capitalize on the new 3DS where they could be like, well, with the new 3DS, you can actually do this, or do you think that would have alienated too many people? They would have been pissed off if using the extra graphics or the extra processing power of the new 3DS, if extra features were available.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think maybe it was just something that maybe couldn't fit in there. Just because it's taking something from the Wii U to the 3DS, I don't know. Maybe they just took it out because they wanted some things to be available on the Wii U still, and not the other one. I don't know. It is kind of a weird thing to leave out, but I'm sure they had their reasons.
But it's also in as simple as that game might seem, it's an incredibly complicated game full of a lot of things, a lot of possibilities for people to find bugs and exploit.
Well, true.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So the creative suite they've given player is definitely severely limited by the hardware.
Yeah.
They're making use of a, how old is it now? 5-year-old, over 5 years old, the 3DS came out in 2000. Yeah, so they're using an old piece of technology to do something that's sort of a flagship title for the Wii U, I would say.
Sure.
Play that. So it's very interesting that they're doing that. I don't know. I'm skeptical, but I definitely want this game. I definitely want to play. I want to be making Mario levels while I'm bored doing nothing and have my 3DS pull it out and make a Mario level. Like, that sounds awesome.
So you're willing to double dip into the Super Mario Maker again?
I personally am going to.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't really. I mean, I think it's cool. I probably won't get it. I probably won't get another one. I'm perfectly happy with my Wii U Super Mario Maker, and I don't really travel enough to use it. I don't know. I don't see myself getting it. Even though I've been playing the shit out of my 3DS lately, but I haven't
played my 3DS in almost 2 months.
I know you've been neglecting it.
I have, and maybe this is something. I don't know. Maybe it's a little thing to kind of get me to think, hey, maybe the 3DS isn't dead yet. I think that was the whole point of this Direct.
Oh, I don't think it's dead. I don't think it's dead at all in any way.
The fuckers check
they had stuff that went all the way into spring of 2017. So I mean, they're definitely giving legs to the 3DS. I mean, they have a huge install base. Why give up on it? It makes you wonder about those rumors about the NX being like a portable and all that, and as to whether.
No, this just throws even more. How do you phrase it? Coals into the fire of speculation.
Yeah.
Well, obviously they want to support the 3DS beyond when the NX is supposed to.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
Or at least they're making it seem. I mean, right now that's their only commercially successful platform, really. So
sure.
They have.
Yeah. I mean, they're definitely, they're like, we're putting all our money on this machine here. Seems to be.
We've got the install base.
So up next was some Mario Party Star Rush stuff. Gets a November 4th release date. It has full download play, local wireless download play. Yippee. Still no internet.
You can recruit party members to help you with bosses. So there's bosses, right? That's been in Mario Party before, right? Haven't there been bosses?
There's been bosses in there since 9. Like 9 and 10 have bosses. Have like a mini boss and a regular boss.
I think it's interesting. So there's a guest. So you have to download a piece of guest software in order to play multiplayer with one cart. Now that's cool, but I think it's interesting. So that's kind of pretty much a client that you have to download for free. You have to download like a truncated version of the game for free in order to play. So you can't just download it on the fly through the local network.
Oh, you have to get it. You have to get it from the internet.
Yeah, you have to download a Mario Party.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, I didn't know that.
It's like
I must have missed that part.
Party Guest Edition.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's free. It's a free download, so there's nothing bad about it. I'm not saying anything shitty about it. It's just that obviously it requires enough data or enough resources that you can't just get it through the local area network through the host DS or whatever.
Oh, sure, yeah. Well, I guess you'd want to have it on there if you want to play the game but not get the game. I don't know. Yeah, that's kind of a weird way to do it. If you go to
your friend's house and they want to play it and they have Wi-Fi, you can just download it right there.
Just easily get it, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still not really, I've said it before, I'm still not really sold on it because I'm not really into portable Mario parties because I don't have enough friends with 3DSs, I guess, to make it worth my while,
It's a game that lends itself well to yelling at the TV screen.
Yeah, and it's I like to play it with four people, and there's not, I don't know anybody who has 3DSs really, other than, ones that are across the globe, they would just come over and play it.
I would much rather be hanging out, talking, doing whatever, and we're all staring at the same screen, making comments and taking jabs at each other. That was a stupid thing you just did, blah, blah, blah. Rather than everybody just hunched over a screen, a little miniature screen in front of their face, doing the same thing. But I feel like the level of interaction would be less. You've all got your own personal screen. That doesn't mean it's not going to be fun.
I wish
it'll lend itself well to travel.
Yeah, I still don't understand why it can't have online play. I mean, with stuff like Triforce Heroes and Federation Force with download play, and they have fairly long parts to them, you could do Mario Party with wireless with internet
Mario
play.
Party doesn't really require instructing each other on what to do because everyone's against each other. Mostly, I guess there are some 2-player mini games,
but it would be a fun internet thing. We should be able to get online and play people across the globe. I would totally get it for that. I don't understand why they don't have
a lot of stuff built in to punish people for dropping.
Yeah, they could do it. Just do it the same way that Federation Force does. Whatever you win, you lose. You'll lose it if you drop out. That type of thing. I
guess replacing someone who drops out with a computer player that has the same inventory is an
option. I guess they could do that. I mean, they do it in the games. You have dropout where you can just replace them with a computer player. I don't know. It's I don't think it's it's that hard to do. I think they could do it. Anyway, moving on. There's some Animal Crossing New Leaf stuff talking about the update for that isn't out yet. The December update.
Yeah, they're adding trailers.
Yeah, they're adding trailers.
You can finally have your Animal Crossing mobile home park.
Yeah. Well, they're also releasing a new version that comes with a amiibo card. Newer version that has that
and it
version
includes
on it already.
All the DLC.
Yeah. And I think that I'm wondering if that's going to coincide with their phone game. I'm wondering if their phone game is going to come out on that same time because they're having a direct. They're having a direct in November.
A mini direct,
right? A mini direct, yeah, an Animal Crossing mini direct. But I'm wondering if their phone game is going to launch then, like their iPhone Animal Crossing game, to go with the update for this Animal Crossing.
Because when did Miitomo come out? That was February, right? Or was it March?
I have no idea. I think it was, it must have been, it was at the beginning of the year sometime.
It's time for that next fiscal game
Yeah, it would be having it at the end of the year, I'm sure would be, it has to have something to do with this update. Because they said it was going to interact with an Animal Crossing game. And there's no other Animal Crossing on the horizon here, so it's got to be this one.
Nope. Unless it's possible the Animal Crossing mini direct will announce a Wii U version.
Yeah, I don't think so. I doubt it.
A holiday release. Well, they've got all the new amiibo and stuff.
Well, maybe they'll just announce another board game for the holiday that nobody will buy, like the Amiibo Festival.
Man,
still waiting on that one. It's selling. You can buy it for like $20 now on Amazon. It's tempting to get it because it comes with 2 free Amiibos too. So that's like you at least get Amiibos for $20, 2 of them.
If KK Slider was, I might just buy it.
Yeah, he's not in there unfortunately.
Well.
But so there's the Mi Plaza stuff updates. That was pretty crazy.
Something I've never really gotten into.
I mean, I love the idea of being able to like have 100 people now because if you've been to any like conventions, it fills up really really quick. I was thinking like, man, now you do this. I could have really used this in like when I went to the Retro Gaming Classic because I had like hundreds of street passes there because so many people had their 3DSs, and there was a couple times like where I would go through it and like take all the guys out and then it'll refill and take all the guys and it'll refill. I did it like while the Retronauts were doing their thing, but it's so tiresome, and it's like. Now there's a super fast version where you can get like 100, and it'll help you like collect the puzzle pieces a lot quicker too. It's just kind of like, where was this like years ago? You know, it's just like something super late. And they have the free game. I was just playing around with the slot car mode on my 3DS.
Is that the one you got?
Yeah, before I called you. Did you get the other one? The stock market?
No, like I told you, I haven't even been able to turn on my 3DS because I can't find a charger. I think I lost it.
Oh, yeah. Well, might as well buy another one. You're going to have to if you get if you buy a new 3DS.
But
even though you can't,
chargers?
They don't come with chargers anymore. No, all the new 3DSs don't come with chargers. You have to buy them separately. I guess they did that to keep the price down or something. But even like the Mario one from the Target one that's like 150 has no charger, and all the new ones don't have chargers. So gotta buy another one.
Well, I think it's cool that at least they're giving you a free game. So no matter what, this Direct gives you a free game. So that's kind of everybody gets.
Yeah, well, 2 of them. There's the Picross 3D 2 demo, which that one came out also. The full game did, but I downloaded the demo and the Street Pass thing. I only got to really mess around with the Street Pass thing. I haven't played around with Picross 3D 2 yet, but I hear it's good. I heard the first one was really good. So I
have Picross 3D on my DS, so yes, I can confirm that's a lot of fun.
Sure,
it adds an extra access to your Picross, but it doesn't really good way, and it uses the 3D graphics of the DS you can move it around in 3D space. I think that'd be kind of cool to see in actual 3D.
Yeah, it looks neat. There was the Tank Troopers was a new announcement that wasn't from anything. I'm wondering if they're going to incorporate that with like Advance Wars in any way. It looks like the kind of thing that should be like Advance Wars Tank Troopers, because the characters kind of look like the characters from that game, I thought, or like Battalion Wars, like that type of thing.
I don't remember the Tank Troopers. I must not have paying that much attention. So it's an actual full game.
Yeah, it's like it looks like maybe a free-to-play thing, or like a free-to-start thing, maybe. But yeah, it's like a tank multiplayer game where you're fighting against other people and you're in little tanks. And they kind of look like Advance Wars creatures, so they should throw that on there. Just be like Advance Wars Tank Troopers. I think that would sell more than just Tank Troopers. But yeah, they just showed a little bit of it. It's coming out like winter this year, so that could be December. I don't know. It didn't have a date yet, or maybe winter next year. I don't know. It just says winter, so that's that. So yeah, Picross 3D 2, which is already out in Japan, that was announced for America and released on the day, also with the free demo. I downloaded the demo. I haven't played the demo yet, but it looks cool. Looks like more complicated Picross, and that's always fun, right?
Yeah. The first one was great on the DS, so I definitely want to try this one on the 3DS with the real 3D graphics.
Yeah, real 3D. You can see those areas that you got to put the dot on or whatever.
I can see those mistakes in full 3D.
Yeah. I ended up getting the Zelda Picross, but I haven't really played it in a while. The free one that they had.
Oh, the Twilight Princess one?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, I played it for a bit, and then, it's been several months since I booted it up.
So after the Picross 3D 2, they get into a little bit of Wii U stuff. They talk about how there's going to be a new indie every week for the week of September, starting with Axiom Verge. So they do talk about Axiom Verge a little bit. And then there's Severed, and there's, was it Jotun's, the other one? A couple other ones that are coming out. Like, one's going to come out every week, so that's kind of cool. There's some Wii U stuff there. And then after that, they got into the classic Zelda amiibo, which look awesome.
Yeah, they do. I really want that 8-bit Link amiibo.
Yeah, 8-bit Link, Ocarina of Time Link, and Wind Waker, Toon Link, and Toon Zelda.
Pack, right?
What? Yeah, 2-pack. I'm not alone in being disappointed that there's no A Link to the Past representation in there. I want a pink-haired Link amiibo. Where's that at?
Yeah, or like what's his name? Sahasrara, the guy you talked to a bunch.
Oh, yeah. I always call him Sahasrara, but yeah, him.
Sassafras Man.
Yeah, the guy who asked you if you could want to take the quest, and it's like yes or of course. It's like both the answers are the same. I remember that in the first one, but not. I mean,
he's very persuasive.
I would have liked some Link to the Past in there. You know, it's like first game, and then skip to Ocarina of Time, and then Wind Waker. I mean, wouldn't it be awesome if there was like a 16-bit one with the pink hair? I know they probably don't want to return to the pink-haired Link from Link to the Past, but I think it would be pretty cool. The pink-haired Link actually does have an appearance in Triforce Heroes. Like, he's standing in front of the castle, and you talk to him, and he's like, they won't let me in. So he hangs out in the yard of the castle. So you do see him hanging around.
Well, they definitely showed Link to the Past, at least in the montage, because they're celebrating Reggie's son. 30
years of Zelda. And
so he made an appearance there, just not in the actual game.
Yeah, I just would have liked to see in A Link to the Past amiibo. I felt like that was a big thing that was missed out on, because a lot of people, you know, there's the big fight between like Ocarina of Time versus A Link to the Past. Which one's the better one? Because those are like the two best ones.
Ocarina borrowed so much from Link to the Past. I mean, Link to the Past established a lot of the structure of Ocarina for sure.
Yeah, I would have liked it to be represented in some way, but maybe later. They said that they work with Breath of the Wild. What do you think they do for that?
Well, I mean, if they're anything like the Wolf amiibo.
Yeah, do you get a giant 8-bit Link to follow you around? That'd be really cool.
That would. He was just dropping huge bombs and blowing up.
Yeah. I don't know. That doesn't seem like that's something they would do, but if they did do that, it'd be really cool.
Maybe he'll like create old school sound effects or something like a little.
It'd be cool if it was like a skin or something. Like if you scan it, all of a sudden your character turns into an 8-bit Link and you just walk around like that. That'd be interesting.
I'd love it if it opened up new content, but that brings up the point of like, shouldn't they just give us all the content of the game?
Yeah.
But as far as like, if it's following the Wolf amiibo, then it's going to be some kind of assist. So maybe you'll get an item. Maybe you'll get like a special item if you scan the Toon Link that you wouldn't have. Like maybe you'll get
the raft
arrows or the raft.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know there's rafts in there, but you get one that you can carry with you if you use that.
Maybe you get a sword earlier. Maybe you get like the sword from the old man or something. I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah, the old man. I don't know. I'm really interested to see what it does.
The Wind Waker. I mean, because we kind of speculated way back when we talked about E3.
Oh yeah.
Maybe this was They
kind of felt like Wind Waker.
The dried up version of Wind Waker.
Yeah.
The Wind Waker world. So maybe they'll tie in some of that way.
If you scan it, then all the water comes back, and all of a sudden you're on the boat. That'd be crazy. That'd be so cool, like something from an amiibo if it would just do that. They're gonna do some. There's some more Dark Horse Zelda books coming out. That's cool. They talked about that. There's like a couple art books that they're gonna do. Look pretty cool.
And artifacts, right?
Yeah.
Showing like items and stuff.
Yeah, and like artwork from the old games. The Skyward Sword dropped on Virtual Console, so anybody who wanted to play it can play it now. I mean, I still have the game, so I'm
pretty
need to buy it again. But you know, you loved it so much, so you could buy it and play it again now.
I'm pretty surprised that this happened. I thought they were like resting on their laurels for their next HD release.
Yeah, well, they dropped it. Just like, here it is, boom.
I mean, that was a worldwide thing, right? I don't think any other markets have this game yet through the
Skyward Sword? No, not that I know of. Yeah, it hadn't showed up in any of the other countries yet, so they just dropped it right here.
Right, and it almost seems like it would have made more sense to do it closer to the holiday or something. So maybe they've got something else up their sleeve. Maybe it's a good thing that this Dark Horse happened.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I did read something online on Reddit, of course. Somebody had done some like research. They think that the load times are slower in the downloaded version. That might affect someone who's trying to do a speed run.
Of the Skyward Sword?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
And it's a slight difference, but then I also like followed like a comment trail. A few people talked, and it may have something to do with like the actual hard drive you were using to play the game.
Oh, sure, yeah.
So that might actually be irrelevant, but since there's no standardized, I mean, I guess the 32 gig, you could put it on your actual Wii U, and then in that case, if it's still running slow, we would know for sure that the load times are less, in which that really only, like I said, it really only affects speedrunners, but it is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
You would expect it to be the complete opposite since it's all on the hard drive.
Sure. And if it was if it was something that like was really slow, then that would, then that would be a big deal. Like if the loading was noticeably slow, if it's not just like a couple seconds. But I hadn't heard about that.
From what I read, it's like not much at all. Most people probably won't. It's something worth mentioning because I don't know, all types play these downs.
Sure.
Maybe some speedrunners out there will be turned off by the slightly.
Yeah, maybe. So they got into Hyrule Legends DLC after that. You got some Toon Link and Zelda stuff from the handheld games, from Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks. Kind of cool if you still play that game, I guess.
Choo-choo, right?
Yeah, it's there's there's like the Toon Link that's from those games. He has moves that are kind of like from the DS. And I remember Zelda's character, like, she does stuff where she possesses the knight and all that, and does the stuff with the knight for her thing. That's available on the day also. There's another thing when they just dropped. And you can get, like, a season pass. They talked about some other shit, like, for deals for Hyrule Warriors.
Oh, like a discounted season pass.
Yeah, so more stuff for people that are still playing that. So I've heard that that's pretty much a new 3DS game, because it's really, really slow on the old 3DS.
Yeah,
and it's
kind of unplayable.
It's pretty much unplayable. Yeah, I played it on the new 3DS like demo and at GameStop, and it looked really good. But that was new 3DS, so I don't know.
So far, we're noticing a theme of these Wii U ports like being focused on the 3DS rather than the Wii U where they originally were born.
Yeah, true.
All the new stuff's happening in the portable version. But that's just something I'm saying.
Sure. Next up was
they talked about the new 3DS stuff, right? After that, a little bit like the Galaxy Edition, right?
I don't know where I put that at.
I think that was actually before they talked about the. They talked about Toon Zelda. They were talking about the Galaxy 3DS, the Galaxy Edition.
Yeah, I've seen that. That's.
And then they mentioned the 3D Land bundle that you can get for $150 if you could find it.
Yeah, you can find the 3DS XL though at Targets, which is selling for $175. I saw that they have those, and that's still pretty cheap. I mean, that's cheaper than it has been.
It's still kind of funny to me, and I'm part of this crowd that's still just, I don't want the giant one with the huge, beautiful screen. I want the smaller one.
Yeah.
But the smaller one's harder to get a hold of because less people want it, I guess, according to market research, right?
Yeah, that was why they only released the XLs. It's because they thought that more people had bought those, but I don't know. I mean, I would have bought a smaller one if one was available, but I need a new 3DS, and I just went for the new one, the newest one, because my other 3DS was kind of dying on me, so I needed a new one anyway. But yeah, I feel like it's kind of, I kind of love hate it, like while I'm playing it, I'm like, wow, the screen is big and it looks great, but then it's kind of like I wish it was a little smaller so it'd be more portable. Was like the whole reasoning that I'd want a smaller one. Just because it fit in my pocket better, And
I wish I could change the faceplates according to the game I'm playing, right?
Yeah, I don't care about that. But
until the 4DS, we won't be able to customize our outside on the fly.
Well, I was kind of bummed that I can't get that Dragon Quest VIII menu theme now. I was like, because I already went and reserved the physical copy of Dragon Quest VII. I already reserved it at GameStop, a physical copy. And then the direct was like, if you reserve the digital copy, you get this free Dragon Quest menu theme. And I tried to look for it to see if I could just buy it, but you can't. You only get it if you pre-purchase Dragon Quest VII online.
Well, the My Nintendo promotion they have going only rewards you for digital purchases, so for the most part.
Yeah, it was just I would have liked a Dragon Quest VII background, is all I'm saying. But I decided that I wanted to get the physical version because We've talked about it before, but Japanese RPGs are pretty limited most of the time, so it's good to get an actual physical version of it because it might be worth something later. And I think I don't know, GameStop said they're only getting a couple in, so I'm sure they're limited release.
I really hope with whatever their next console is that you can install the game and then have the physical copy.
Be nice, right?
Because the beauty of having the downloaded games on a portable especially is that you've got all your library and you don't have to switch stuff and you're not going to lose your games.
Yeah.
You can get your games back.
Yeah, and that's something that I really, really like is just downloading everything so it's all on the system and you don't have to carry around multiple cartridges and all that.
But as a collector, you want a physical copy.
Yeah, and it kind of, part of it was like, well, I have Dragon Quest 1 through 5 all in cartridge form. Might as well get 7 too, and then I'll have like a nice little Dragon Quest, something I can show. Be like, here's where the games are. I can make a nice little Dragon Quest display with 7. So they gave a date for the new Ace Attorney game, the new Phoenix Wright game that comes out.
Great.
Comes out in a few days, so that's cool. Dragon Quest 8 got delayed till next year.
That's
should have expected that. Yeah.
I mean, because you got to play 7.
Well, supposedly 7's like 100 hours long anyway, so it'll probably take you like months to get there. But I kind of originally they said that Dragon Quest 7 and 8 were going to come out this year, so I was a little bummed, but it's fine. I don't think I'll make it. I don't think I'll make it through 4, 5, and 6 before 7 comes out anyway. So I'll probably end up just getting it and just putting it on standby until I get to it.
So do you get 7 on the 16th when it's visually available, like on all fronts on the 16th?
I mean, yeah, but I won't get it at like 11 because I got the hard copy. Unless something else is releasing at midnight, then they'll sell it, which I doubt. Because most things release on Tuesdays. Nintendo's the only one that does Fridays. It's also the beginning of Riot Fest, so I probably won't even get it until Riot Fest is over because I'll be gone. Unless I go get it on Friday before I go. But I don't know. So.
But you won't really be playing it.
No, I probably won't be playing it. But if I took my 3DS to Riot Fest, I can actually get 100 street passes.
Sure. Do they make you go through a metal detector?
No, I've taken it there before. I took it there like the first or second year, and I got like a shitload of street passes. They were all like, "Hey, Fall Out Boy," and like all these other dumb bands. But it was funny.
Can you download bottles of water?
No. So, what else? They got into Yokai Watch 2, showed some of that stuff. That looked pretty cool. The different versions. I didn't know that it was like an origin story of Yokai Watch. That makes me want it more, because it's all like feudal times and all that, which is pretty cool. Like samurais and old-time Japanese folklore.
There will be a demo before the...
Yeah, they're releasing a demo again that you can play. They mentioned what like some of the characters are exclusive to each version. And I keep forgetting if is it Fleshy Souls or I guess Fleshy it's something Souls and something Spirits, and it's Fleshy and Bony.
It's
but
Bony
I don't remember.
Spirits, Fleshy Souls.
Fleshy Souls and Bony Spirits. All right.
Yeah.
I was like, it should. I was like, one of them isn't Fleshy Bone, is it? Because that'd be too weird.
That would just be a bone with like a flag made of skin attached to it.
Oh, I was thinking more phallic than that. Fleshy Bone. But yeah, Yokai Watch stuff that comes out at the end of the month. I mentioned that last week. I should have plenty of time for me to get through Yokai Watch 1 before those come out. There's like some Disney Magical World stuff I don't really care about, but that was on there. There's a release date, something you can draw some stupid shit about Frozen, which is a dumb movie. Don't watch it, but people love it.
I want to wear some Frozen outfits.
But you can do that now.
Don't move at all when you walk, and they keep it cold.
Yeah. Sonic Boom Fire and Ice looks kind of okay, I guess. I don't know. Comes out at the end of the month too. Some more of that shit. I mean, I don't know why they keep making those.
Sonic just keeps going.
They just can't give up the fight. They'll get somebody to buy it eventually, right?
Well, they promised Sonic a 40-year contract, so you got to keep making games.
Seems like, right? That Shin Megami Tensei game looks cool. The one that they showed on there. It's like a Shin Megami Tensei 4 or something. I forget what the subtitle was for it. Apocalypse. That one looked interesting. But it's selling for like, I think it's selling for like $50 or something like that. Like it's like
is it a full? It's a full game, like.
Yeah, it's a full game. But I looked on GameStop for release dates, and it's on there for like $50 for a 3DS game. I've never
But that's like an expansion to the other one, right? Is that what it is, or is it its own game?
No, it's its own game, I believe. I mean, why else would they sell it for $50?
I just wonder if that includes like another game plus that edition.
I mean, it's a whole another game. It's been out in Japan since February, but I mean, it looks cool. I haven't played any of those games, but apparently people like them, and there's like a lot of them on 3DS. There's got to be at least like 10 of them. Different Shin Megami games.
And they go on sale all the time.
They do go on sale all the time, so you don't have to buy the $50 ones. Yeah,
and I'm
50
always like seeing on like message boards and stuff. People are like, you got to buy these games. These games are great. Get them now while they're on sale. Like, and I have still yet to buy one.
I bought my experience with Shin Megami Tensei is Tokyo Mirage Sessions, which I really like, which I'm still playing, and like Persona 1 on PS. Like I bought Persona 1 on PlayStation Portable, and I couldn't get into it. But that's the first one. I mean, I'm sure they get better after that. But like the very first one, the PlayStation 1 version, like I bought that and played it on my PSP, and I couldn't get into it. But I like the Tokyo Mirage Sessions, but that's different. I think that's different than those other games.
How many hours are you into that game now?
Like 20 hours, I think. So. I mean, I'm itching away. Like I played it the other night, but it's like every time I play it, it's like I could play it for hours. You know, it's just one of those games that you kind of just get sucked into. But I went through and was doing all the side quests before the next chapter. But yeah, I think I was clocked at like 20 hours when I saved it last. I'm getting there.
But then after this, they moved on to the 2017 stuff, right?
Yeah, after this was Yoshi's Woolly World, which is another game that's getting ported from the Wii U to 3DS.
And supposedly every level from the Wii U is on.
It does not look as pretty at all, though, from what I saw of it.
I mean, such a huge selling point of that game was the realism of the...
Was how pretty, yeah, was the yarn and how, like... And it's a gorgeous game, and it's really fun. Like, I liked it a lot. I think it's the best Yoshi game. It's the best Yoshi sequel that they've done of all of them since, like, Yoshi's Island. Hands down. And it's cool that they're doing it's cool they're doing a 3DS version of it. Maybe it didn't sell as well as I thought it was going to, and they want to put it in a more install base. Or somewhere that has a larger install base. I like the Yarn Poochie. I think that's really awesome. I'm gonna get one of those.
Poochie, man. Yarn Poochie, man.
Yeah.
I had this idea in my head. As soon as I saw Yarn Poochie, I had this idea in my head of a picture of an actual dog surrounded by Yarn Poochie amiibo. I was like, man, if I saw that picture, I'd make it my background. Because I like dogs. I like the Yarn Yoshi a lot. But the Yarn Poochie, I think it's ridiculously cute.
Yeah, well, you should get on that. Get to make a Yarn Poochie dog poster.
Well, I'm going to borrow a dog. I'm not going to get a dog just for this picture. But.
And make sure they all play poker or something also. Add some poker in there for shits and giggles. Yeah, that's February 2017 is that release. Yeah, there's going to be some extra Poochie stuff in it, but they said that
Poochy's going to show you where to go.
Yeah. Well, there's levels where it's just Poochie. Or Poochie's just jumping around from what I saw. So, you got that. I mean, there's another game I already have on Wii U. I'm not going to get a 3DS version of it. But it's interesting that they're bringing it over. So, after that...
Nice they're giving Poochie
some love.
Time.
Yeah.
I think Poochie's becoming like an actual, Yoshi has to play the dog role so often. Maybe like Poochie could just fill that role from now on. Yoshi can be his own character.
Yeah. Yoshi needs a dog also to ride on, so he's not just ridden on. That's cool though. I like Poochie. The amiibo looks awesome. They got into Ever Oasis after that. More of that stuff, which we predicted. We called it. Would you call it Eternal Oasis? In the last episode.
Well, I think Eternal. I started saying Beyond Oasis, which is not correct.
Yeah, that was that other game. That was the Prince Ali one that we did in our RPG episode. No, I couldn't remember what the name of it was either, because you're like Eternal. I'm like, yes, Eternal Oasis. Yes, I just remember it was something. Yeah, I just remembered it was a different Oasis other than Beyond Oasis. That game still looks pretty cool. I'm interested in this whole like Animal Crossing meets dungeon crawling type thing. I'm always into those type of games. So
it reminds. Maybe I've mentioned it before, but it reminds me a little bit of the concept behind Harvest Moon side story.
Oh, I haven't played that.
What's it called? Dang it.
Oh, you mean the Rune Factory?
Rune Factory. There we go. That's what it kind of reminds me of a little bit.
I wanted to get that game, but I never got around to it. The Wii version, it was on my list, but I never ended up picking it up. Because I like the idea of a game that you can go save the world when you want, or you can just stay at home and like socialize with your neighbors. We have both options. Like if Animal Crossing, it's like, oh, I'm tired of like exchanging furniture. I'm going to go to a dungeon for a while and get a new sword or something like that. I think that'd be a fun thing.
Someone can you watch my chickens while I go fight some monsters?
Yeah.
But it seems like, it shares some things in common with other sandbox games that you're creating an environment where you'll have shops and stuff. Those NPCs will help you in your dungeon crawling.
Yeah, you can recruit guys with giant sticks that can roll like hollowed out trees for you and stuff like that. That's what it looked like from the demo. That's all I remember. Is that being in the dungeon, that one thing with the big stick, like moving this, what looked like a hollowed out tree around in the dungeon to find different secret passageways behind it.
A lot of this direct reminded me of the old days of GameCube and Game Boy Advance. Because, like, if you remember, like, back then they were doing a lot of ports. GameCube had a game, and then there'd be, like, a simultaneous release of something in that same IP on the game. But this isn't simultaneous. This is kind of like, all right, let's just drop the Wii U.
Well, they did
these games that people weren't buying on the Wii U. Let's play them on the DS or 3D.
Well, they did that for some things in the Wii also, like Wii and DS versions.
Man, that Poochie. I gotta have one of those.
Yeah, me too. I hope there's a Mega one. What do you think of?
Would I get the Mega Poochie?
What do you think of the Mario Sports Superstar? Let's combine all the games into one game.
I don't know, man. Like,
yeah, the last two are kind of questionable. The last two that we saw are Mario Sports Superstar and 2D Pikmin, which is like I don't know about that game.
2D Pikmin, I think it's going to be fun.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fun. I just didn't expect it.
Game that they kept talking about. I mean, is it really?
No.
Is that the one?
I don't think that's Pikmin 4.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think that's Pikmin 4. I think it's like a beginner's version to Pikmin that's gonna be on 3DS. That might. I think they're just maybe trying to get more people to like the property. You know, because Pikmin, I don't think it's ever really been that successful. Maybe because it's like such sort of an odd game, but they're really good. It just, I don't know.
Maybe I'm like being a little liberal here with my comparisons. Kind of reminded me of like you got Minecraft and then you got Terraria. Terraria has a lot.
It's kind of like that, yeah.
But it's a 2D version that has a lot of the same mechanics.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's kind of like that. I don't know if you saw, but somebody made a joke petition for everyone to sign for Pikmin 2D to not come out. Oh. Did you see that?
I just don't even want anything to do with that because of the whole thing that happened last time when people were so pissed off about Metroid.
No, they basically made a parody petition about Pikmin, being like, it's been like 5 years since Pikmin came out, and this isn't the Pikmin that we wanted, and it's basically like paint by the numbers, like the same thing of what they said of Federation Force, but with Pikmin. It's obviously a joke, but you can still sign it, and people have signed it, so take that as you will, I guess.
I mean, I don't know if the joke will be, maybe, I just don't want to like upset my Nintendo heroes, like what happened to Iwata. I don't want that to happen again.
No. What I want to know, though, I want to do some horse race with the Yoshi. Have you seen that? Where Yoshi can ride a horse in the Mario Sports Superstar game. Because that 3DS game has soccer, baseball, horse racing, tennis, and golf. But you can play as Yoshi riding another horse. So, there's that to look forward to.
Another tennis game, huh?
Yeah, we'll have to see how, I don't know, it kind of reminds me of that Mario Sports Mix thing that came out, the weird one that was made with, or no, maybe that was the 3-on-3 one. I don't know, there was one that was made with Squaresoft that they did. Do you remember that one, the DS one?
Oh, the Mario 4-on-4 basketball one?
Yeah, that was a Squaresoft game. That was a DS game. But there's a Mario Sports Mix, the Wii game, that's on Virtual Console now for Wii U. It came out like a couple weeks ago. But this game kind of seems like that game. Like, I think that game had, like, hockey in it or something, and, like, basketball and some other thing. That's kind of what this one looks like. It just looks like let's throw a bunch of sports in a thing, and have them go do whatever. I don't know. I'm not really sold on it, but we'll see.
I guess they haven't, back to the Pikmin, it's just, like, kind of a concept. They haven't really decided the name of it yet. So what if they do call it Pikmin 4? What if they call it Pikmin 4, man? They could still. They said they don't know what the name is.
Yeah, it's just called Pikmin for right now. But I don't think it's Pikmin 4. I think Pikmin 4 is like an NX thing, yeah. You
don't think it's going to be like, and then when NX comes out, there's new Pikmin or whatever, and it's just going to be like a highly graphically enhanced version of this side-scrolling Pikmin.
That'd be funny. That's what the actual Pikmin 4 is. It's like, here it is. It's the same thing, except it looks nicer. I'm sure it'll be fun. I wasn't expected. I don't know. So yeah,
I never in a million years would have guessed there was a side-scrolling Pikmin.
Well, now there is. So yeah, that was my notes. I think that's all of it. Oh yeah, and then Reggie finds Bill, and he can levitate his 3DS now because he has a big old fake beard from Easter Island and all that weird side plot. But
he did eat all the donuts again. He's a jerk.
He did. He ate all of Reggie's donuts and he took his 3DS and jumped in a thing that was going to Easter Island for I don't know why.
Maybe to make a sequel to the original Super Mario Land.
Maybe that would be cool
because the Easter Island faces did appear in there.
They did. You thought of the Mario Land? Yeah.
But why did Bill levitate the 3DS? I still don't understand.
He learned some shit from the statues while he was in Easter Island, I guess.
No.
In his time when he grew that beard in like a day or however long he was gone for. He was only gone for like a couple hours, it seemed like.
He was a castaway a little bit there, and his Wilson was a
3DS.
His Wilson was.
Yeah. Now, what are your overall thoughts on this Direct? A minus, F plus. What do you think?
I'll give it a B. I'm still a little bit sore that so many of these games were Wii U ports.
Well, like 2 of them. I mean, it's just Woolly World and Super Mario Maker.
And
which one?
Pikmin.
Oh yeah, it's not a port though. It's just Pikmin in a 2D world. It's not a port of Pikmin 3. If it was a port of Pikmin 3, then that'd be different.
Level, right? It doesn't have the same levels. You're right. I guess I kind of lumped it in my head.
No, Pikmin 3 is a lot more complex than that. But if it was a port of Pikmin 3, I'd be like, wow. That would be cool, actually. I'd be interested in seeing the way how well it would transfer. But yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, there's some stuff I didn't expect. I didn't expect Super Mario Maker.
Nope, didn't expect Yoshi, didn't expect Pikmin. Those are the 3.
Yeah, didn't expect any of those. I mean, I expected to see more Dragon Quest stuff. I expected to see more Yokai Watch.
The surprise drop of Skyward Sword, that blew my mind.
Yeah, that came out of nowhere.
Even though I don't care that much because I already have it.
Me too. The Mii Plaza thing, didn't expect that, but about time, I guess. That's all I can say to that.
And then more love for Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
That's not really unexpected because they surprised us with the DLC recently, so they're just keeping at it.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that that's enough to make it more playable, or makes it enough for people to come back to it. Because I really like that Animal Crossing. That's my favorite Animal Crossing is New Leaf. So anything new, and hopefully something that I can use my Animal Crossing amiibo with, because I have 2 of them and I haven't used them for anything. I have Mr. Rossetti and Cap'n, and I just have them just to look at. You know, I haven't really used them in any game. So
I have the Villager.
Oh yeah, and the Villager, I have him too. But he's not an Animal Crossing. He's the other one. He's the Smash Brothers. But yeah, it was pretty good direct.
It was.
I enjoyed it for the most part. I mean, there's not really anything that I think I'm going to buy on there that was new.
I'll get Mario Maker, and I'll check out this Picross because I love the Picross.
Yeah, Picross maybe. But yeah, that's been episode 38. Just bringing you our thoughts on the direct. We'll be back soon with Jeffrey Wittenhagen to talk about his books and whatnot. So that should be fun. And until then, just play that Picross 3D2 demo that you got.
Dust off your 3DS and download some free shit.
Yeah, you get to do some slot car racing. I played it. It's pretty fun. Get the market one. See how that is. I just couldn't think of anything fun about stock markets, so I couldn't download that. Couldn't bring myself to download that one. But you should try it. But you should try it out. But maybe it's fun. Maybe there's something fun about charts and stocks. I don't know.
Market share, man. Market share.
Yeah, sure. Maybe it's just telling you to invest in Nintendo. That's all it is. It's just like, invest. We need it.
Buy euros.
We lost all that stuff from Pokemon Go. Anyway, we've been your hosts. I'm Trey Johnson.
Jeremy Mikowski.
And we'll see you next time.
See ya.